Okay, so we're now going to do a face and scalp massage. This will bring a full body massage routine to 1 hour and 15 minutes. At the beginning, during the consultation, you would have checked with your client whether she would like the face and scalp included, and you would check to make sure that they're happy with oil or cream in their hair. It is very nourishing, but you must check. They may have a busy schedule and they may not want any product in their hair. So you do check that. The other thing that you would check is what the skin type is. If the skin is a dry skin, you may decide to use a facial massage cream. If the face is oily or normal, you can go ahead with your normal massage oil, grapeseed oils, sweet almond oil, or any of the other medium products that you've chosen to use. So the very first thing we are going to do is we are going to be putting the product on, and we're going to make sure that we have enough so that we don't have to stop moving. Now, if we're incorporating this routine into a full body massage, you would have already cleansed the feet, as shown in the previous video. You would have already gone and cleaned your hands after cleansing the feet, and then you would come back to your client. My client is happy for oil in her hair, so we are going to be doing that. But if the client isn't happy with oil in their hair, but they're happy for the oil on their face, then all you need to do is do the face part of the routine, cleanse your hands, go and wash your hands, get the oil off, to come back and do a dry scalp massage. It is a little bit more disruptive to the flow of the routine, but it will only take a moment, and it's what the client prefers. So now my client is up on the bed. She's exactly as I've asked. She's under the large towel with the small towel across the chest. Her head is on the towel, the top of the head holding the top of the towel down, and the shoulder blades holding the bottom of the towel down. And the next thing I want to do before my client slides off into sleep is to remove any headbands that she may have, if she hasn't already done that. And I would make sure that her hair is accessible for me to reach, so I don't disturb or disrupt my client when I come to doing this part. So, first thing we are going to do is put some oil onto our client and make sure that we have enough. So we will always take just a teaspoon. We would always make it warm over the trolley. You don't want that dribbling all across your floor, causing a health hazard. And when we come back, we would always let our client know we're back, because she could just jump with the surprise of you all of a sudden starting to apply the oil. So I'm going to make sure that I've got enough, definitely under the shoulder blades, because I want to do some work under there, and it's far more difficult if it's dragging and not sliding. So another teaspoon I'm going to put straight underneath. Now the towel will pick some of that up, but it will leave residue for me to work with. Now there's very little left on my hands, but that's all I need for the face. I don't need a great deal. And more will get transferred up as I work. So, you are in walk stance position, your back is absolutely straight, one leg in front of the other, your knees bent, and you are leaning onto that front knee, keeping your back straight the whole time. During the routine, without jolting, try to change legs so that you are always balancing your posture. If you find that uncomfortable on your next facial massage, make sure that you are leaning on the other leg so that you can keep yourself balanced. Starting from the temple, we're going to do our 6 full effleurage. We're coming down the face, maximum contact, use your palms, onto the chest, deep under the back, lose your hands. All you should see is your wrists, the occipital part of the neck, just gently Stretch the neck area, which I will show you again in a moment. Chin brace and a lip brace. Nose, forehead, palms flat, all the way down again. Deep under the back. This is the tug I was talking about. Don't yank, just a gentle stretch. Chin brace, lip brace, nose and forehead, palms flat, down for number 3. Deep under, chin brace, lip brace, nose and forehead. So this is number 4. And the last one. As I come down from this one, I'm going to stay underneath the back, flat-handed. Do not lift your client's upper torso. Just turn your hands into 3 big circles and then come into the trapezius muscles and do 6 little ones in there. Come back up, back down. Second set, exactly the same thing. 3 big circles. You shouldn't see your hands, you should just see your wrists. And 6 little ones in the trapezius muscles. That's set 2. Last set, 3 big circles and 3 little ones. So we're going to do 3 half effleurages to smooth and calm the area down, and soothe it before we move on to the face. We're going to do those chin braces. 1, 2 and 3. Now we're going to do scissoring across the mouth, under the jaw, back across the mouth, under the jaw and back across. That's 1 set. Two sets. 3 sets. We're now going to do some drainage. So with our thumbs underneath the cheekbones, follow the cheekbones. You're not on the bone, you are underneath. Drain out for 1. Come back gently, don't lose contact. Drain out for 2. All the way towards the ears. Drain out for 3. Keeping contact to the forehead. We're going to do the forehead roll patting, changing my stance to the other foot, just to keep myself comfortable and balanced. And we're going to forehead roll pat 3 times. And we're going to do some drainage now on the frontal bone, where the frontal sinuses are. Thumb and thumb, either side of the brow. Drain to the side, lift 1, lift the other. I'm slightly above the brow now. Drain out for number 2. Lift 1, then the other. I'm slightly above again, in about the centre of the brow. Out to the hairline for 3, and now I'm actually on the hairline for 4. Back to the beginning for the second set. Drain out. Don't lose contact, so move 1 thumb, then the other, and your hands are always on your client, and your fingertips are gently cupping their head. And third set, back to the centre. We can now drain up to the hairline, move out just slightly, drain up, move out to the centre of the brow and drain up, out to edge of the brow and drain up. And third set. Keep in contact using a lighter finger. I use my middle finger because the thumbs are a little bit too heavy to drain around the eye socket. So you come round, come in to the crease of the nose here, gentle circles and a gentle lift and round. Stay into the eye socket and stop. Gentle circles and a gentle lift. That's 2 and round. Gentle circles and a gentle lift. As I come round now, I'm going to introduce the whole of my hand again to do the 6 vertebral arch, so deep under the back. Chin brace. Lip brace, nose and forehead, deep under the back, one more, deep under the back, gentle pull, chin brace, lip brace, nose and forehead. If the client isn't having their hair done, this is your finishing point, gentle pressure on the temples and release. My client is having her scalp and hair done. So the first thing that I want to do is comb through with my fingertips. You can use the pads of your fingers on your client's scalp, but not your nails. You do not want to cut or mark your client, which could cause infection. So I'm combing through. I'm now going to do pressure point massage, and I'm going to cover as much of the scalp as I possibly can. So you must be very systematic when you move. So I'm on the hairline now, and I am using my thumbs as an anchor. The pads of my fingers are the only thing that's moving, and I am not shampooing. I am pressing in and moving the underlining tissue. And then we're going to move gently and release and move and release and move. Come as close to the centre as you can. Move one hand and then the other. Come underneath, behind the ear this time, to hit the pressure points there. underneath the scalp, and we want to get the centre done. So support your client's head with one hand and do the centre all the way down with the other. And reach as many points as you possibly can. Just need to do a little bit of tapotement, drumming. This is very invigorating. Hair follicles believe they're under attack, so the blood rushes to the area to defend. And of course in our blood we have vitamins, nutrients, oxygen, so it's very good for aiding hair growth and strength and the speed that it grows as well. Okay, so after the tapotement we want to calm it back down, so we'll do some little raindrops. These are very soft, they're very stimulating. And of course our client's hair might be a little tangly by now. So we finished with our combing through. You might be a minute too fast, so make sure that you spend this time and the client doesn't go without their full 15 minutes that is dedicated to the face and scalp. Or you might be a minute or so too fast, in which case you would comb through far less at the end so that you can stop, apply gentle pressure and release. Now, I've obviously touched clients' hair. They could have products in their hair, mousse and gels. Of course, you've got your free radicals, you've got the dust and grime and bus, fumes, or anything else that the hair has come in contact with that day. So before I continue a massage onto the front of legs, which is the next part of the routine, I would now go and wash my hands, and I would tell my client that I'm going to wash my hands.